Hey guys, happy Monday. Thanks for stopping in tonight. Hello, replay viewers, and hello, YouTube viewers. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to join the chat live, you can join me here every night at 9:30 p.m. Central. Just download Periscope to your phone and search for Penguin and Fish. Alright guys, I am going to continue paper piecing block 71 tonight. We got the first section complete and we're going to keep going. So I'm going to flip you around and we'll get started for the night. Hey guys, so block 71, we made one little square last night and I'm hoping that we can do a whole nother one and sew them together tonight. So getting like half of this done tonight is what I'm hoping for today, guys. I was surprised we got a whole one done last night, and we were talking, and I was kind of going slow. If you're new to paper piecing, so tonight I just want to kind of zip right through it and see how far we can actually get in this next hour or so. If you want to learn a little bit more about paper piecing, since I'm going to go a little quicker tonight, you can check out the video of last night's, which is on Penguin and Fish Movies on YouTube. But here we are. So this is the block. It is block 71 of the Splendid Sampler. It's several little X's together, and we're doing like a little, what is that? Not a mirage. What's that like called? Where it's like this like special visual trick. It's that time of night where my words and phrases, illusion. Yes, optical illusion. Optical was the word that was missing from my brain. So like the little optical illusion that we got going on here with this kind of diamond going in and out of this X in the middle. So that's kind of what we're gonna go for tonight, guys. So we'll get going, and again, I'm going to just try and go pretty quickly. I'll probably explain stuff a little bit still, but if you are new to paper piecing, check out Penguin and Fish Movies on YouTube. Last night's video is when we did this, and I explained the process a little bit more, like the illusion. So, alright, if you're new here, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. I'm the author of Sew and Stitch Embroidery and a fabric designer. I know! Look at it! So, like, here's this painting. I did this painting here on Periscope a while ago, and look, it only had 3 there. I think it actually had, like, maybe 4 or 5 here, and I only painted 3. But look, all of this is new. It's kind of fun watching it grow. It's pretty quick. So, alright, guys, I'm going to flip you around, and we'll get going. Okay, here we are tonight. So we color-coded this last night, and I color-coded all the pieces to match that as well. So here, and I even numbered them. So I numbered them in order, in clockwise order. I had to remember. That I was going clockwise order, not back and forth. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just so I can get that optical illusion happening. So, yeah, I know, if I remember to water them, I know whenever it kind of sags a little, I'm just like, oh, time to water it, and then immediately it just perks and lifts right up. It's just kind of fun to watch it do that. So, alright, let's do this second piece here, and we'll attach it to the first piece. So I'm going to just set these guys aside for the evening. Alright, let's look at this again. Oh, we have to cut apart our sections. So we have the A section and the B section. But I have my paper scissors out yet. Usually I put that away right away. This is like the house paper scissors, so I put it back to where I can find it again, usually right after the scope. We'll throw it over here. Okay, so now we've separated our A and B sections, and I've marked the point. This was printed on it, but I just put some pink over the top too. That is where we'll have to match them up later, and we did that with this one as well. See, we matched the 2 up there, and that's where we sewed our 2 sections together. So, okay, paper piecing. We'll do the A section first, so B can sit by itself. All right, A1 is first, and that's that light blue color. We've color-coded that. So let's get our first piece out tonight. we worked on the shelf a little bit more today, and it's coming together. I'm pretty excited for it. I'll definitely have to do like a little show and tell for you guys once we get it all together. We're still putting all the rest of the stuff in the living room away and rearranging, and I don't know, we have a lot of books that we don't necessarily need or want anymore, so we're kind of going through those and just trying to pick out our favorites and the best. You know, the whole life-changing magic of tidying up and all that jazz with the books. That became apparent when we started putting books back on the shelf. It was just like, why are we still having this book? And, oh man, we don't need this anymore. And it was just kind of interesting. We hadn't done the books, like looking at them all in one place in a while. So that was kind of interesting. So a lot to sift through. But we did it with clothes, so I think we can do it with books too. And you know, now that we're doing this bookshelf, it's kind of a good opportunity to go through all the stuff. So again, I'm just kind of zipping through this tonight. If you have a question about anything I'm doing, just spit it out here, and I can get into it some more, and that's perfectly fine. I'm completely fine doing that. So don't hesitate to ask. I'm just trying to go speedy tonight, just to almost see how fast we can actually go. All right, got my straight edge here. You need to weed out books. So many in your house. Yeah. So we originally had them all in one spot on a bookshelf where we had books on both sides and we could access them on both sides. But we weren't able. We had to move that shelf for one of John's film things. All right, that's plenty. And then we never put it back in the same way. We rearranged the living room so we couldn't have that double-sided. Wow, that just blows it out. What is going on with this? Here, let's turn this off again. Wow, this just wants to be completely bright today. There we go. Just trying to get the camera to be not so crazy. All right, let's flip this around. But yeah, and then we just never put anything back in the same way. And that double-sided bookshelf, I mean, really held a lot of books. So since we never put it back, we had just books stacked in piles all over the house. And when we finally put them all back on the new shelf that we put together, we realized that, we don't even like some of these books. And we discovered books that we forgot we had that we absolutely love too. And it was just kind of neat to group the things that we love together. But it really did reveal that we only have, you know, maybe, let's say like 40% of the books that we have. I mean, me personally, I actually like or love. And then the other ones are just kind of like, okay, yeah, that book was okay. And you know, it's kind of more like taking up space, or like it's something that I could just look up on the internet so much easier now, or, you know, like something that I wouldn't read again. And so there's definitely some things we can sift out. Definitely things I can live without. And that will, you know, in theory, open up the space on that bookshelf for new things and just to be more open and airy anyway. And you know, just having the things that bring joy and all that. So it was pretty revealing when we looked through all those books again. So I'm kind of excited to dig into that. But man, that's a project for sure. All right, we got A1 and A2 here. Let's move on to A3. We're cruising through this tonight. I don't know, we're definitely doing like a full fall cleaning. Like we skipped spring cleaning and we've all of a sudden really got into fixing all the things and making all the things better and all that this fall, and it's actually feeling pretty good. Pretty good to get things in line and stuff again. I think we're both liking it a lot. All right, this says a big selvage up there. Where else can we go? Let's use this straight edge. One of these straight edges. Alrighty. Right here. Yes, oh, that's true. That's right. We did do a lot of gardening this spring. We just basically took down the garden, or John did a little bit. I think I can find a better spot for this. And, I don't know. Let's just cut a blob right here. So, I know, can't believe this is Block 71 either. I was talking to John about that yesterday. Oops. All right, let's cut the blob across here. But yeah, we just, John just took down most of the garden. We still have to plant garlic for next year, so there's that still. But yeah, that's wrapping up. It's kind of crazy. So I'm not doing all my pin testing this time, and that's basically because I'm cutting it big enough. I'm kind of doing my test. I can see the shadow of the line through here, so when I kind of fold it up on the line, I can see, oh, yep, this is definitely going over the edge, and I got a big enough seam allowance, so I'm kind of just doing that as my quick test versus the whole pin sewing, fake sewing test with the pins. Going for speed tonight, and since I'm going for speed, I am using pretty big blobs, which is awesome though. I love using big blobs for paper piecing. You're planting tomorrow, did you say you're planting more? Yeah, I would like to spend a nice, good, warm fall day out in the garden yet, just taking care of all that. But I think it's been it's rained. It rained pretty good today, like pretty hard today for a period of time, like full on crazy lightning and thunder and stuff too, just for a short period of time. And I think it might be doing a little bit more of that tomorrow. But we went for a walk earlier in the day, and oh my gosh, it was so beautiful out, and it had that feeling of fall, and everything smelled like leaves, but it was also that feeling like, oh man, this might be it. This might be the last warm day ever. So I'm hoping we get a few more, comfortable days in here before it just gets, to be unbearable coat weather. All right, last one already on this guy. So A4, it's our dark blue again. But yeah, I'd like to get in the garden one more time at least. I mean, we have to for sure just to plant garlic, but I'd love to, plan out what we're doing next year, and like if we want to do, we're thinking about expanding the garden a little bit, or even just standing there and talking about how we should design it differently this year, because there's some stuff we need to change. Like we had acorn squash that we didn't think was going to do anything, and then all of a sudden it blew up basically, and it covered like our entire garden. So that we definitely need in a different spot, or we need to rearrange so that grows one way and doesn't cover up everything else. But yeah, that basically took over everything. Oh, nope, that's not a big enough spot. Let's just keep going down here. Let's cut a better straight edge here. Central Alberta can't. Oh man, it's 5 inches. Oh, see, that's too much for me to be thinking about already. But wow, 5 inches already is pretty hardcore. See, that's the thing here, though. I mean, that could happen at any moment without any notice, sort of thing. It's that sort of weather here in Minnesota where it can just be 80 degrees one day and snow the next day. No problem with that. that's its gig. All right, I gotta remember, I gotta add that seam allowance, extra seam allowance here too. Don't want to forget that. Generous seam allowance all the way around. There we go. Ooh, missed a piece. Yeah, it's that time of year. So spring and fall can get like that, where, especially this time of year, it can be a beautiful 80-degree day, and then snow later that week. It's just, that's, you know, it's just that time of year. Oh, you hardly ever get snow? They say it might be pretty brutal by us this year. Oh, you would have had snow from the rain. Yeah, we had so much rain today, and yeah, just a little colder. Could have been a different story for sure. All right. This is the last piece of A, and I've made it pretty big. So we should be good. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of with you. Like, I like the idea of snow, and I like the prettiness of snow, but oh my gosh, the cold. I just don't like being cold, like, ever. I don't like the house feeling cold. I don't like feeling like, oh my god, I need to take a hot shower right now just to, like, warm up my bones. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that feeling. And I don't like to have to put on a bunch of stuff to go outside. Oh, 19, thanks for coming in. I like just being warm. And I'm okay with muggy. You know, a lot of people hate that and everything, but I don't know. I like it. But yeah, last week we had a few chilly days, and man, we could feel it. Oh, you know, that's a good point, actually, because it was chilly last week, and it started to get super dry, and both John, you're in shorts, wow. Yep, I'm not in shorts, that's for sure. But it was getting dry, and we were both feeling like we were getting a cold, and actually tonight it's like the maybe second warmer day that we've had today. And tonight, I think, has been the first night in about a week where at 7 p.m. I didn't all of a sudden feel like my head was, like, condensing on itself. So, so us feeling like we were almost getting a cold seems like maybe it's directly related to it actually getting cold and dry out. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, like, this looks like a little sailboat. Ooh, 82 degrees in New York. Yeah, it was 70s-ish, I'm guessing, today. It was nice, but it was so weird at the same time. Like, it was a calm before the storm is what it was like today when we went for our walk. And then it did actually rain, like, pretty good, like, pretty hardcore lightning and stuff. I was trying to work on the computer so fast in case our power went out. Then I would have all my things done and saved that I was trying to get done on the computer. But power stayed on, so that's good. But it was that kind of rain, and it didn't last very long. Maybe, like, I don't know, 40 minutes or so at the most. So we're done with this guy. I'm just trimming it all the way around, and then we will do B. Oh, hey, Irene, thanks for coming in. It's super early by you, isn't it? So it'll probably maybe rain tonight too. I don't know if it will, but it usually, when we've had a rainy day, it usually we have a little rain in the evening that sneaks into. Oh, too windy to sleep. Oh man. That's kind of scary. Wind's a scary thing sometimes. All right. All right, we're not even halfway done with the time, and we got a good chunk of this guy done. I think we might get these guys together and maybe start another one yet. I think this goes like this. Yeah, there we're starting to get the X going. All right. So A is done. Let's set that aside and start B. That's only 3 little pieces. That shouldn't take long. This is the light again, the light blue. All right, look at this perfect little chunk. We'll use that. We'll go right there. Ooh, 82 in northern Indiana. See that? I love that kind of weather. Windy gets tricky. Warm winds are nice, but a wind this time of year for us can change a super comfortable day into a kind of pretty uncomfortable day. Real quick. Just a chilly wind can make the day not fun anymore. All right, B2. I got caught up on my project runway tonight, so it's a good evening so far. And I get to sew and hang out with you guys now. Feeling good. Alright, this ruler's gotta go out of the way. Still working in this small little space here. So I'm throwing stuff kind of everywhere. I'm gonna clean it up tonight. Oh yeah. Oh, your kitties are naughty. Oh, you have 4 stray cats. Aww. That's nice that you're taking care of them. I would love to have a little kitty. Alright, I'm going to trim this. I'm going to cut this at the same time. Oh, are you coming? Are you moving back to Minnesota? You said Minnesota, right? Yeah. Wow, that's pretty exciting. Oh, well, that's too bad. That's not nice. Well, I'm glad you're taking care of them. Wow, that's not cool. Oh, one thing I got to remember is that I need to leave that. I need my seam allowance here. Oh, 2017. Well, that'll be here in no time whatsoever. So I kind of didn't leave very much of this B1. Like, I should have moved that up, but I think we'll be good enough, so I'm going to just leave it. Make everything else a little longer to make up for it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, little kitty. That's sad. I don't like when that happens. Well, that's nice that you get to care for those kitties then. I'm sorry to hear that. Little kitties. Our cats were like pretty old like that too. Ooh, you're from Forest Lake? Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, I'm in the Minneapolis area here. So yeah, so we're in the same weather. Yeah, totally. A little bit cooler, and it could have been snow, and no one would have been surprised. I think we still might have some kale in the garden too. I think John picked a lot of it, but maybe there's some there. Yeah. Gotta get all that stuff before it decides to freeze. This is definitely the time of year, definitely time of year where I gotta pay attention to if it's gonna freeze in the evening or not. Oh, see, that's cool. Get as much of that, much of that fashion learning and stuff as you can while you can do it. That's pretty awesome. I'd love to do that. All right, B3, here's our last one. We can put them together already. another white piece. So we'll get this guy out yet. This is a pretty big piece. I'm just kind of cutting blobs or wherever. Wherever I find a little straight edge. Oh, right here. It's a good size for this. Cut a blob. This is my straight edge for this one. All right. Oops, right sides together though. There we go. That looks a little bit better. That would have been a bummer to sew that. All right. Can't go too speedy, otherwise I'll make mistakes. How do you call that tool? The add a quarter ruler? Is that what you're talking about? What about 4 blocks? I missed the second half of what you said there. The yellow. Oh, this the rotary cutter? Or the add a quarter ruler. It's that ruler that has the little bit of a edge on there. And this is a rotary cutter, so it's kind of like an X-Acto blade, but on a wheel. Just a reminder, turn the safety on if you're using one. And only take the safety off when you're about to cut. Yep, rotary cutter. So a rotary cutter it's kind of like a trio. So you use it in tandem with your self-healing cutting mat, and then a plastic acrylic quilting ruler, so you can butt it up against there. It has like the right edge for it. So it's kind of the trio of those things that do the job. At least the self healing cutting mat, you'll want that with a rotary cutter. All right, this guy's done. Now we just need to trim it, and then we will put the A and the B sections together. Turn that guy off. All right. Get my ruler out again. So the 1/4 inch. So just a reminder, I talked about this a little yesterday, but tomorrow is the white fabric thing. The white fabric thing. I don't know what the white fabric thing is. Like just the fabric I'm using, or this? This is just a photocopy paper. I don't know what else a white fabric thing would be. Oh, your card? Otherwise, I just have my postcard here that I'm using to fold the fabric on. You use it there, not the paper. I use it here and not the paper. Let's see, what am I using? I'm using a ruler, a rotary cutter, the self-healing cutting mat. I don't know what else I'm using. We'll figure it out. Oh, this fabric? Oh yeah, this is just white fabric with a purple dot on it. All right, so let's match up. We're gonna match up these points now. So see, we wanna sew with them matched up like that, and to do that, since, you know, if we just look at it, there are like different pieces like that. Oh yeah, it's just a little purple dot. Here it is up close. Here's so my blue fabric has a little bit of this texture, which I think is kind of fun. It's not getting in focus very well, is it, tonight? It's not focusing. Periscope was looking a little funny the other day, so they did another update, I think, and that usually messes some things up for us here. So, but tomorrow is my painting class, so I will do a quick little scope at the end of class again. And then after that, I'm going to be out of town. We're going to go to my husband's, he'll be at a film festival for his short film. So I'll probably do a little Periscope from the town that we'll be in, because it's just the cutest town, and it's perfect fall weather right now. It's going to be full of perfect leaves and perfect trees. It is just the cutest little town. So I'll do a little scope from there probably, and I'm going to be there through Sunday. So no scopes or no quilt blocks for a while. Stockholm, we're going to be in Stockholm, Wisconsin. Stockholm and Pepin is kind of the area. We're actually going to be all over that general area. There's going to be movies playing all over that area. But yeah, so we'll be it's the Flyway Film Festival. That's what we'll be. I might paint. I think I might paint outside, so maybe I'll do a scope outside painting, which would be my first time outside painting and my first time scoping it, so that might be a good challenge for me. We'll see. That all depends on, you know, internet connection and that. But yeah, so I'm going to miss Thursday's block. Yep, some plein air painting. Or an attempt at it, at least. I don't know how that'll go. I've never done that before. And I barely know how to paint as it is. So it'll be a challenge. But, so I'm going to miss, oops, I forgot to take this guy out. Oh yeah, weather, that's right, weather's an issue. Yep, birthplace of Laura Ingalls Wilder. They have a whole tour, Laura Ingalls Wilder tour and landmarks there. Yep, we've done a bunch of that already. This is good. This is like, we've been there a bunch of times before. It's such a beautiful town. So I'll just pop in and out during the time that I'm there. It won't all be at 9:30. I'll just you know, if we're walking around or something and it's pretty, I'll do a little Periscope or something. But so I won't be here for Thursday's block. I will be back for Sunday's block though, so I'm gonna miss a whole other block during this process, which is always rough, but that's how it goes sometimes. So here we go. Here's the second block. So I'm gonna press it quick. I'm just gonna we'll press it this direction, or it feels like it wants to go that way, so let's do that. And we definitely have time to sew these guys together yet. I think I might even take the paper out to do that. I'm tempted to. I'm on, I mean, for the next week, it's gonna be odd time, so next week is not a good look at how I'm normally on, but normally I'm on here 9:30 p.m. Central Time, so we're Central Time here, so that's 9:30 p.m. for me. I know you're on the other side of the world, so it's morning for you. So all right, here's our 1 and 2 piece. So because these are mirrored, we're actually gonna flip the whole thing. So this is what we would want to sew together. 8 hours ahead. You're 8 hours ahead? I think you guys are further ahead than us. I don't know if you guys can hear, but it's starting to thunder again outside. So you know what? I think I'm gonna I'll leave the paper on to sew these together. We do have some points that we need to look at. So some points that we want to match up, and it's where these guys meet and where this guy meets up here. So we're going to do our pin thing at a couple places here and also at this joining here. You know, maybe I'll do it from this side just because I can see those points better. But just to double check, 1, 2, we flip them, and then yeah, this is the edge that we want to sew together. So all right, let's use these points here. Play the pin game again. So putting the pin right through that seam on the edge there. I'm moving it over just a hair so I can see it come out right on that seam. All right, and I need to match that up with this side. So I'm just guessing right now, putting it in the seam. Hoping to get it on that line. I think I need to go a little further down. All right, I think that'll do. So that's the first one. And now let's get this second one in place. I'm just going to keep that pin just right like that for now. Right through that joining point again. Let's move over a little. I want it. I poked it through this a little bit, and I want to make sure that I'm in that seam, not on the edge of it. So I'm just going to kind of cheat it. There we go. Oh, thunder! Do you hear it? It's getting thundery again. And then again here, I want to push it through so it comes right up at that. Oops. I came out of this side. Let's do it again. Oh, you heard it. I thought it was an airplane at first because it's kind of that time of night when all the red eyes go out. All right, I think we got it here now. All right, so I'm going to keep those pins as straight as I can. And now I'm going to wonder clip around them. And I think we'll do one more here. All right, and now I'm going to remove these pins and I will sew along the edge that's on this paper here yet. But we'll get the top and bottom together. And I think I was going to take all the paper out, but now that I'm realizing we do have points to match up, I'm going to leave all the paper until we're completely sewn together. Because I need those paper reference points for where I need to match things up. So hopefully we did a pretty good job here. We'll see. Okay, removing that wonder clip. Oh, you've been using the wonder clips? Yeah, I'm glad we're experimenting with them because I think they're so good for this paper piecing. It's just turning out to be like a cool find for the paper piecing. I mean, I got them just because it was another one of those things that everyone was like, oh my gosh, you need some wonder clips, they're the best. And I'm like, all right, fine. I'll test them out. And I used them once for binding a quilt, and that worked fine. And but this for this paper piecing, I mean, it was totally worth it for this paper piecing. Oh no, you left yours in Wyoming. That's no good. They should not be there. Oh, now I can use some rain. All right, so I'm gonna just tear out the seam on this quick to make it easier to press. I think we discovered last time that was an easy way to do it. And this one's tucked underneath the seam here. Let's pick it out of there. There we go. And this one too. So it'll be fun to see John's movie along with a bunch of other movies. I'm excited. We're going to see it on a nice big screen somewhere, and it's just such an enjoyable film festival that they do there as well. And it's the perfect time of year. It's when everything is just so beautiful. All right, I'm going to press it to one side, and then I think I'll try and press it open. Although I might wait till all the paper's gone. We did okay matching up our seams. Let's take a look at it quick here. So this one we got pretty dang perfect, like way perfect, which is awesome. Holy cow, look at that, is a good looking point. Up here, not so good, but totally acceptable in my book yet, but I'm pretty happy with that point. That point couldn't be any better. But yeah, so there we are. We got the first half of this guy done. I think, you know what? I think we might just call it at that tonight. We could probably get a little further on one, but probably not through the whole thing. And since I'm going to be gone, I kind of don't want to leave things half done. Like leave the sections half done. So I think I'm going to just leave it like this for now. It's a good ending point. Finish the embroidery vine on the bonus pumpkin block. Oh, so cute. The back stitch. Oh, did you do the whipped back stitch? All right, so this will go something like that. It'll actually be the mirror version of this, but we can kind of get the effect going. But I'm digging this. Look, it's just kind of really fun. Oh, just to make it thicker. Oh, that's cool. So, all right, I think we're going to call it for the night. I mean, we did that so fast compared to, I think we did that in about half the time as last night. So, you know, you can get like this rhythm going with paper piecing because we did this whole thing, put the two together, and stitched the two larger segments together. So, all right, I'm going to flip you around, and I think we'll call it. Here we go. That was quick. We got a lot done in that short amount of time. I'm kind of surprised. I was thinking that we'd barely get it done. But look, that's a really cool effect that's going on. Imagine just this, like a whole quilt. It would be like a little braid almost. I kind of totally digging it. So we will put this in the unfinished category of my binder. You know, we're getting up there with unfinished blocks, so we'll have to do a day coming up yet. Ooh, this would be a beautiful border for sure. Oh, that would be so fun. It'd be a lot of work for a border, but it would be a pretty dang cool border. So this will go up on Penguin and Fish Movies tonight. And then I will be I'll do a scope from my painting class tomorrow. I think we're finishing that portrait that I was working on. It's the last week for that before we start a new one. So I gotta scramble and get that portrait done and make it look like a person. So that'll be fun tomorrow. And then, then I'll do some scopes from Stockholm, from the film festival, and I will be back here stitching blocks for next Sunday's block. So I'll miss Thursday, but I'll be back for the Sunday block, I think. So, all right, guys, thanks again. Oh, thanks so much. And we will, I hope she's having fun on the cruise. Yes, she was leaving for that today, I think. Oh, man, warm, nice. I hope it's nice and fall, warm weather in Stockholm, so we'll see. But all right, guys, thanks again, and I will see you tomorrow after painting. Good night.